Hello world, Wendy from Cali here, back with another Mixed Mani chat, and this week's theme, brought to you by Tara Stoddard's Facebook group, is Spring has sprung. So, without further ado, let's get started. If this is your first time checking my channel out, welcome. Glad to have you here. If you're returning, thanks for coming back and just being here for our little chit chat and me getting my nails ready. First and foremost, I have prepped my nails. Got really tired of green after St. Patrick's Day. Although green is one of my favorite colors, I'm ready to change it up a bit. I did use Nail Aid Collagen Maximum Builder and Northern Lights out the door in the gold hologram color on my nails already. So you'll see that there's a tiny sheen to it. I am going to set a timer. So let's set it not 38 minutes, but 37 minutes. Hoping that I can get this in one part. If you guys know me, I sometimes chit-chat way too much. And so these videos end up as more than one part. But I am trying really hard to get them into one part. What we're going to do today, I'm actually not opening up any new Color Street sets. Color Street, for those that don't know, are dry nail polish strips that you can basically put on and you're pretty much ready to go out the door rather than, you know, painting your nails or anything like that. It's really fun if you have craft hole punches to, you know, punch out designs and stuff like that. And when I heard Spring has sprung as a theme, I kept going back to tulips, and I kept thinking like Easter colors, like Easter egg colors, pastel-y colors. And so you'll see here that I have a bunch of sets that I previously used that have been heat sealed. Just a disclaimer that Color Street is a one-time use product. However, those of us that are pretty savvy, we try to either heat seal them or put them in our freezer to save for using again. And so I have Chilladelphia, Belgian Buttercup, Himalayan Salt, and Foreshore. I believe some of these are retiring, and some of them have retired, so if you want any of those sets, you may want to check out my sister-in-law's Color Street website down below and purchase any of them before they're gone, if they are still available. But otherwise, hope you enjoy that. We are just going to get my nails done here, and if you'd like, you can grab a drink or, you know, do your mani along with me. That would be fun. What prompted me to want to do my mani tonight is that tomorrow really truly is the first day of spring, and we had an awesome St. Patrick's Day themed lunch party over the week for work, and it was just a lot of fun. We've got such talented people that work at my company. We pulled together a really nice feast for those that were in the office, and Melissa, one of my coworkers and friends, she made this awesome St. Patrick's Day themed Family Feud game, and it was just so much fun just spending time with my coworkers. So yeah, but green was like all week. Like I had really, really super green nails. For those that have seen my previous pictures in my Facebook group, Wendy's Nailfy Studio, you would have seen it. I did not actually tape, like film me doing my green mani for St. Patrick's Day. One big reason was because I knew that my Color Street Color Play subscription box was going to come this past week, and I knew I was going to film an unboxing. And so rather than film me doing my St. Patrick's Day mani, I did that in bed while watching stuff on TV. I think actually I was watching YouTube while I was doing my nails. And so you wouldn't have seen a video where I had created those nails. But they were super green. I used a set called Clover and Out, which I purchased from one of the Color Street stylists that I support, Lisa. And I also wore Total Celt Down. Oy, I always say that one wrong. And I had that over the Clover and Out, which I love total meltdown. It is this glitter dipped, and it's like green and yellow glitter, and that I can have so many of those, but I already have way too many of these nails, so I'm trying very hard not to buy too many right now and use up some of the ones I already got, as well as, you know, use up sets that I've purchased, new sets that I've purchased. But the Sprung line and the core catalog had launched recently, and it's very, very hard not to indulge and buy like everything. And I know I'm going to buy some when April or May rolls around, but right now I'm just like, okay, slow your roll, because for those that don't know, Color Street's also coming out with some makeup items, and this is where my sister-in-law and I are like super excited about this, because we're really kind of into makeup. I don't wear makeup that often at on the daily basis, but what I do wear to try to keep my face looking a little bit more even and fresh, I do use concealer, and I do use a it's a wet or dry powder foundation that I typically wear on my face, and then I use eyebrow powder to do my eyebrows, and then I use blush, and that's pretty much it. And then I'll throw on a lip if I'm feeling like, you know, like I want something bright. I will do a bright lip, which Color Street has lipsticks that they launched in 2022, and I want to own them all, but I don't own them all, because there are some colors that are just not meant for me, at least, from what I think. But I do have a bunch of bright colors, because I do like a bright lip. And I also like a dark lip too. So, you know, that whole 90s vibe is definitely my thing. All right, what am I doing with all these? You're probably wondering. And I am going to be cutting tulips, and I'm going to be doing kind of like a weird, like French tip kind of vibe with those tulips on all of my nails. So I was debating over and over whether I would have the tulips facing this way or having them face this way. And I've decided, I've decided that I'm going to have them face this way, because a lot of the times when we take nail fees, or if we're looking at our nails like this, we would want the design facing that way rather than, you know, holding out your nails like this. And then, you know, it would look upside down if you're showing it to other people like that, you know? So I have decided, let's see if I remember though, when I'm actually doing them. That's another story sometimes. I get talking and then I forget what I'm doing. But yeah, that is the plan. And I'm going to try to not be so, like, anal about having the same colors on each and every nail. I'm going to punch out a whole bunch of tulips, and I'm just going to randomly, whatever color gets picked up is going to be the color that is going to go on my nail. So that is how we're doing it today. So could be a hot mess, but you know what? We're all here for it, right? Oh man, it's been a crazy couple of weeks for work, because we've got a humongous project going out at the end of the month, and I had to work over the weekend, and it was a long day, like super long, to the point where when I got off of work on Saturday, like I was so beat tired, but still Panda Bear picked me up and we went and picked up crumble cookies. I don't know if any of you guys have ever had crumble cookies. They're like literally like a cross between cookies and cake. So if you like cookies and you like cake, you'll likely enjoy trying crumble cookies. But my sister, Michelle, had gotten Panda Bear and I gift cards for crumble cookies, and so we haven't quite used them all yet, and so it's been quite an adventure. I knew that I was going to be hanging out with my sister-in-law Carla and my friend Na today, because we had plans to go get petties for Carla and I, and manis for my friend Na. And so it was like, okay, like we're doing this. Like, we're gonna eat crumble cookies and get sushi after we get pampered getting our nails done. I typically use Color Street for the majority of the time, but oh, I'm gonna need one more. I just realized. But it's nice to get pedicures every now and then, because I don't think I could deal with like really getting my toenails shaped properly and using callus remover and all of that stuff to just have my nails in a good spot. And so, because in a few weeks I'll be headed on vacation, I wanted to do something nice for my toes, and so decided to get a pedi. My sister-in-law is a single mom, and so she rarely gets to pamper herself at all or go out, and so that was one thing that I was adamant that I wanted her to be able to have some girl time with my friend Na and I, and to get pampered. And so pedicures and sushi it is. So yeah, we went to this really cool place in West Covina, and it's by appointment only. The vibe was really chill, really Instagram worthy inside. The business was like, on the outside it's so like nondescript, like you wouldn't know like how beautiful it looked on the inside, and then you go inside and it's just like, wow, like it was really nice. They did a great job in how they had decorated the place. And so anyways, long story short, as far as color for my pedi, I really wanted something that would look good for vacation. And I asked Panda Bear his opinion, because I value his opinion. And he was like, oh yeah, you know, Sedona, Arizona, and the Red Rocks, you know, you should probably do something like blue to like kind of contrast the color. And so I was like, okay. And originally we picked out a blue that was kind of similar to this color, a little bit darker than that color, maybe like a Tiffany Robin egg blue is probably a good way to describe it. We had picked that color out, but when we got to the salon, I was looking through the colors and I really gravitated towards this like royal blue. And so I ended up actually doing, sorry you guys, I don't edit these videos, and sometimes you'll see me do silly things not on purpose. It just happens. So that just went flying. Whoopsies. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, so a really like bright royal blue. In the bottle, it didn't look as bright and dark as it actually was on my toes. But I did like the color a lot, and Panda Bear, when we showed him when I got home, had liked it a lot too. So it was worth it. But yeah, it's this bright royal blue. So if you are part of my Facebook group, let me know in the comments in my Facebook group, you guys, whether or not I should add something to the blue before I go on vacation, or leave it one solid color. So usually when I go get pedicures, I like to get a design on the big toe, because I'm like, if I was just going to get one solid color on my toes, you know, I could literally do that myself, like, you know. And so I typically pay the extra to get a design on my big toe. But I didn't do that this time because I'm like, dude, I have so many like nail decals, color street sets, that like clear overlays and stuff like that, that I'm like, if I want to zhuzh it up with a design, I have ways to do that before I go on vacation. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you're in my Facebook group or here, even though you won't be able to see my pedicure here, but let me know if I should add to it or if I should just keep it as is. Sometimes, you know, I could be very extra and not know how to edit down. Like I end up adding too much. So I don't know if that's going to be the case with my toes, if I choose to add something or not. All right, hold on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Oh, I just need one more. Well, let's cut out a couple more just in case, because you never know if one of these are going to be duds. Because these sets were previously opened and used and then sealed up. So sometimes not all of them may work. As you may be seeing, some of them are kind of like bubbling up, and that is likely due to humidity. So today actually is like, okay, we'll throw that away. Today actually is like warmer than normal. Here in California, we've been having a lot of what am I saying? Rain. Sorry. Brain fart. We're having a lot of rain, and so even today, didn't realize it was going to rain today, but it rained today. And so the weather's been kind of like weird, and not warm at all. So not typical of California weather. So it's been a little strange. But, and I realized that, okay, I only cut out the yellows. I probably should cut out all of the tulips, because like I said, I was going to randomly place them, and so I should have all the other colors cut out. But I wanted to at least just show you guys what my thought process is on this. And I don't think I need as many yellow ones as I had cut out, so we'll see. But I basically want to layer the tulips so that they kind of cover up most of the white there, but not all of the white. I do really very much like the negative space a lot. And so that was one big reason why I prepped my nails with a holographic glitter underneath, because I knew that I was going to have negative space. And so, yeah. I did it again! Oh my gosh! Oh, my hands are a little slippery because I had used cuticle oil earlier. And yeah, not recommended for using, if you're using Color Street, just to use Color Street on your nails and you're not doing like I did actual nail polish as a base coat, and I'm going to do this Nail Aid Platinum High Gloss top coat as a top coat. But if you're just using Color Street by itself, I would not recommend using cuticle oil before you put the nails down, because you want your nails to be as clean and oil free as possible. A lot of folks actually use like Dawn dish soap before they do their Color Street manis, and so highly recommend, don't be like me. I am a good example of what not to do. So yeah, don't use cuticle oil before doing your mani. Do it, you know, the next day or whatever. But because I'm filming, I didn't want my dry cuticles to like be on camera. So, you know, that is me. That is all me. My bad. Okay. I want to layer it kind of like right on top a little bit so that they overlap just a tiny bit, but not too much. There we go. I could probably do one more color over here. But that is the look I'm going for right now. Let's see. I probably want a blue. But yeah. Had to get a spring mani up before spring tomorrow because that's just how I roll. After getting our nails done and having delicious sushi, my friend Na dropped my sister-in-law Carla and I back home, and first thing when we get back, my nieces, the girls, are like, "Auntie Wendy, let's play!" So, you know, ratchet up the energy to play Dance Party with them, Neighbors. This is a game that's just like neighborhood. Can't really explain like what that game's about. It's just all make-believe, made up, like as we go kind of thing. And to have the energy to keep up with two little girls, 4 and 6, whew, definitely should not have eaten so much today. That's for sure. Because I should have, all that food basically was like food coma. Auntie Wendy needs a nap. So luckily, you know, after playing with them for a couple of hours, took a break where I literally was passing out on the couch, and Uncle Panda Bear noticed and was like, "Okay, it's time for us to leave." And so we left. But when we got home, I was resting for a little bit, and I was like, I really want to do my mani today. And so here I am, doing my mani. But yeah, definitely the energy came back a little bit. And see how it's not sticking very well? It could very well be because, one, I stupidly used cuticle oil before I laid down the collagen builder and also the Northern Lights out the door. But also it could be because the sets are a little bit on the older side, so not all of them are going to stick. So we'll find out how well these will stick. And this looks like too many for my finger. It looks too busy. So let's see how good that this one stuck. It's all trial and error here, folks. So I didn't try this out before doing this video, so I'm just playing around, and I don't know if I like this overlapping. So let's see if I can scratch that off. I might just do like 2 on each finger, because I'm thinking that might be less busy than what it looked like when I first laid it down. Don't try this at home, by the way. Especially with new sets. If you're using new sets, don't peel them off of your nails like this. This is not good for your nails if you're doing this. I just am being super picky right now. So I'm going to keep that yellow one. I'm going to layer, I think I want a blue instead of the pink after all. But yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Let me make the mess for you guys so that you guys can learn from my mistakes and you don't have to wreck your nails. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay, I'm gonna layer this over that since there was a teeny tiny little like mistake there. That looks better. I think those colors look great together. We'll do that. And then on a different finger we'll do the pink with the yellow. Or we could do the pink by itself. Let's see. Let's try that. Pink by itself over here. No. Maybe pink with the purple. Huh. I definitely know I want pink and yellow together somewhere. Yeah, let's do pink and purple. Over here. That means I need to cut these out. But yeah. So, royal blue nails. Don't know what I will end up doing on my fingers, on my fingernails when we go on vacation. But I definitely know I'll want to do something that's related to Arizona. I do have, like, oh, almost flew out of my hands again. I do know I have 2 sets that I had gotten when I had hosted a Color Street nail bar was what they used to call them. Now they're social beauty socials. No, I forget what they're called now. But I hosted, and there was one called Cactus Canyon and another one called, I think, Desert Flora or something. So those are very Arizona-like, desert-like sets. And then also It Takes Tucson. Oh, this really awesome gradient ombre one that I still have not worn yet. Maybe I will do that one, because that one's really pretty. I think that one actually might be pretty by itself. Or I've seen so many things done with that one that people have done. So I might just use that. Even though we're going to Sedona and not Tucson, Arizona. But still, might be cool. But yeah. Alright, let's see. I need more pink. I want pink. I want pink and yellow, actually. So, watch. I say that I'm not gonna like care like what colors are gonna be laid down on either hands, but I'm gonna end up doing it all like matchy-matchy anyways. I swear. Sometimes that's like how my brain works, where it's like, no, we want that. And I just have to go with what my brain says. But at least I remembered that they're supposed to be facing this direction and not the other direction. So that's a start. Alright. Alright. But yeah, those of you that have like young children, do they play weird make-believe games that are just like, huh? Like, where do your little brains think up these things? Because that's how I feel with my nieces sometimes. They have me playing with them, and I'm just like, where are you coming up? How do you guys even like know these like themes and stuff like that? It's just like so random and bizarre. And then trying to like get at their level of imagination is like sometimes super hard as an adult. Because like you kind of, the older you get, at least for me, the older I get, the more I'm like, I'm losing my sense of imagination. Like, I can't think of things right on the fly. Like, improv, I would fail at improv. Like, that's how I feel, at least. But yeah. Do you feel that way too? Like, those of you that are, you know, getting up there in age, not to say that you're being, you know, you're old, because you're only as old as how you feel. But like those that are, you know, old enough to possibly heading towards the, you know, age bracket of being grandparents. Is it easy or hard for you to imagine up things and like play at the level of like your grandchildren? Like, how hard or easy is that? Because I swear, sometimes I'm just like, what? You want me to, we want to do what now? Like, for me, I love Dance Party because we could turn on a song and we just like be silly and just like dance it out. And it doesn't matter what kind of movements we're doing. We just kind of move however we feel to the beat of the song. And so that I love. But when it comes to like when we play Neighborhood, for example, it's like, how many tea parties, different tea parties can you have with your neighbors? Like, to me, it's like, what? Like, again? Like, no? Like, huh? And just trying to think of different themes and stuff like that. It's like, no. Like, I don't really get it. I don't get it. And then the amount of energy, Jesus, the amount of energy that little kids have, by golly, like, where do they get that energy and how can I get some and bottle it up for using at like work and stuff like that? Because that would be awesome to have. But yeah, so much energy. It's like, they're so tiny, and it's like, what happened to like little kids needing naps during the middle of the day? Because Auntie remembers having naps as a child, and I'm just like, when's nap time? Like, seriously, especially on the weekends. It's like, oh, there's nothing like being able to take a nap. And that's actually what I had done on Saturday after work, and after picking up the crumble cookies for today, and eating a very delicious sandwich that Panda Bear had gotten for me. I passed out for a couple hours because it was just like, yep, I'm tired. Too tired. And then woke up, and we had taken home, or I had taken home, some of the St. Patrick's Day lunch leftovers, and we had that for dinner. Heated that up. Delicious. Absolutely amazing the next day. One of the items I had made was an Instant Pot pesto risotto. Really, really, really delicious. And even though the texture-wise was kind of like a little bit mushier than when it was fresh on Friday, it was still pretty tasty. And my coworker Edgar had made the corned beef. I don't know what he does to his corned beef, but oh my goodness, it is like super tasty. Like, flavor-wise and even texture-wise, some of the best that I've had. So, really, really awesome. But I've been having corned beef. Do you all eat corned beef around St. Patrick's Day? Because my family sure does. Like, it's usually when it goes on sale. And my mom will literally, like, buy, like, a bunch of them and freeze them. And so I've already been eating corned beef, like, practically the whole week. Leading up to St. Patrick's Day. So that was, like, yeah. That was my week. My week actually included a whole bunch of corned beef. Panda Bear made amazing Angus ribeye steak. And then eggs. Lots of sunny side up eggs. One of the things to kind of help fix my metabolism is during the week, we kind of like limit our carb intake and we go high protein. And then on the weekend, we're like, I'm allowed to like splurge a bit more, but not like we used to. So when we used to, I'll give you a prime example. A couple weeks ago, was it a couple weeks or was it just last week? It might have been just last week, but we had a wedding. My family had a wedding to attend, and that day I ate like, it was like close to 4,000 calories, or maybe even over 4,000 calories in that one day, which is insane, but it's doable for a woman of my size. So yeah, it was definitely not a diet day that day, and it was super enjoyable. No regrets, but not trying to do days like that, like, for very much. And so, Panda Bear is helping. Like, I use MyFitnessPal and keep track of my calories. Oh, let's see. Oh, this is going to be a two-parter. You know what? I might just do the one side and call it a day for you guys, so that I can, you know, you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to do here with the tulips. But this is how I interpret spring as sprung, is with these tulips. Anyways, so Panda Bear is helping me kind of like not restrict calories, but kind of fix my metabolism, so I'm able to eat but still lose weight. And so it has been helping, because if you guys have been following my channel, I got the highest weight I ever weighed was 297.5 pounds. 297.5 pounds. That was my highest ever. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to do something, because I can't get up to over 300 pounds. I just can't. Like, my body, my mind, everything is going to suffer. And so, you know, during the pandemic, I was able to lose about 62 pounds. But when we stopped working remotely and went back to the office, I had way less time to stay active, and I was eating terribly, because one, super long commute to work. It's sometimes over an hour to get to work one way. And then when I'm in the office, it's really hard to kind of like not binge on snack foods when you have a stressful day or whatever like that. At least for me, it's pretty hard. So, gained back a bunch of weight, and I was hovering around 260-ish. And so, had to do something about that. And so Panda Bear's been helping me fix that by me tracking. But anyways, right now I'm under 260. I keep floating between 256 to 259. And so, but that's with eating like roughly 2,500 calories a day. And then on the weekends, up to like 3,000 calories a day. And not working out like immensely. Like I do like kickboxing with Panda Bear, basketball, all of that. So yeah. Trying to be able to eat while still losing weight, which is really very hard to do. We're not trying to lose an immense amount of weight. We're also trying to